yo, people, what's going good? This is Games Room. Your boy here is JJ. Let me flip it. I'm going to flip it the script to Raymo.
This guy down there is laughing, LJ. And Ron looks like he's holding his laugh.
Oh, listen, I was trying.
JJ's saying, flip the script.
I'm keeping this, by the way. Just know that.
Nah, what's going on? Listen, LJ, you gotta stop laughing.
All right.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, what's up?
No, absolutely right. Nah, you know what? It's what JJ does, man. He's like, let's flip this. It's so different. It's so different that it throws me off guard.
I'm keeping all of this, by the way. I think I should put this in the intro still, and then get to the proper intro.
We good to go?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yo, people. This is Games Room. This is your boy JJ. And I'm about to flip it to Raymo.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the CheqPoint Champions. Let's get into this one.
Where's
L-shape?
I just see it. When I saw the tip on his head.
This is worse than seeing you laughing because we know you're dying.
All I saw was his head, and I just went game over.
What's wrong? You do it, LJ. You do it.
Yeah, you do it, LJ.
No. Because as soon as I get to JJ, he's gonna make me bust up. I can tell. It's gonna be like, yeah, let's flip it, flip.
Go on, Ron. You do it, Ron.
Yo.
I can't do it. I'm officially banned.
No. JJ, do it one more time. No, I'll be serious this time.
Yo, what's going on, people? This is JJ from Games Room. About to roll it to my guy, Raymo.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, CheqPoint Champions. Let's get into this one.
Yep, this is episode 3. Let me hit it to LJ.
What up, everyone? Welcome back.
And final, last but not least, the King Boss himself, Ron.
King Boss.
Yo, people, we're going. Well, welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back. This is season 2, episode 3. This is going to be a good chat.
It will be. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. People, let's get into it. Help this channel grow. It's a new channel. We're trying to embrace our love and our culture right here. For gaming and tech. That's what we do.
Can I get a round of applause, please?
All right, just to get it started, I just wanted to run something by you guys. Do you feel like, just to start this off, that the launch and the hype for these two consoles, Xbox Series X and S, PS5 disc and digital, has been the most hyped up event compared to the PS4 and Xbox One and 360 and PS3?
Yeah. I guess I'll start. I think it's from the influence of social media as well. The reason why these consoles have become quite popular and very high in demand, especially the fact that all consoles are sold out at this current moment, meaning that a lot of people are rushing to try and get it for Christmas. So I do think they are quite hyped up this year, and I think it's due to the impact of social media, as well as great marketing from both of the teams.
Do you think the hype for these consoles are bigger than the previous consoles?
Yeah, hands down, definitely. And I think it's also to do with COVID as well, because when people are on lockdown, everyone just turned to their games. And now that they're announcing new games consoles, I think a lot of people are really looking to get something new.
Yes.
Most definitely. I think it goes without saying, it's a bit of a no-brainer that most definitely the hype, I'd say, is tenfold what it was. I don't know if you guys saw what I put in the group today, but the PlayStation CEO saying that the company has pre-sold as many PS5 units in the first 12 hours as it did in the first 12 weeks for the PS4. So
That's crazy. No,
there's no
That's
doubt.
crazy.
There's no doubt that the hype is more. I think there's many factors. I mean, including everything that you guys have said, but you also have to realize that over the course of the life of the PS4, Sony. I'm not just talking about the PS4, but over the course of the life of the PS4, Sony has probably double, tripled, quadrupled their fan base just by what they've done in terms of the games they've brought out and whatever else. Same probably goes for Microsoft. Obviously, like you guys said, the influence of social media, people being stuck at home, even things like the console war, it's fueled it. Do you know what I mean? So
definitely.
do you know what I mean? So even though console war is a silly thing at the end of the day, but it's something that all contributes. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is the biggest selling factor in this thing? Is it the fact that the games are going to be running at 120 hertz? Is it the graphic enhancements? Is it the fact that, you know, these consoles are just powerful? Like, what do you think is the biggest selling point right now? That I'm not saying obviously they're selling because it's PS5 and Xbox. I mean, like, what do you think people are most excited for when picking up these new consoles?
Can I go?
Yeah, go on.
You just ignored me, but it's all right. It's cool.
No, man, I saw you. I saw you. I just finishing the conversation.
All right, so
Go for it. Go for it.
I think this generation has been the most hype generation because of some of the factors that you guys mentioned earlier. So the social media thing is a big push. Like right now, Microsoft isn't even marketing the Xbox One X as much as I think they could. You know why? Because they're pushing it to YouTubers. People like MKBHD and Austin Evans have tens of millions of subscribers already, right? So that's already a demographic that they're capturing without putting any real money out there. Just sending them an Xbox, which is what, 400, 500 pounds. That's nothing compared to the millions that they would have to pay normally. So I think this generation, and I think I said this to you guys already, I think this generation PS5 is going to be the one that outsells the PlayStation 2, because what we're getting for the price is actually amazing. A PC with the same specs, double the price. It's as simple as that, hands down. Right, so I think yes, this generation is the most hype for me personally. And what was the second question again? Oh, sorry, I forgot.
What is the most selling point of the
Okay.
PS5 and Xbox One? Is it the graphical enhancements? Is it the 120 hertz? Is it the power? Is it the name? Like, what is it this year? Like,
For
what is it
me,
that is creating that most hype?
for me, the most hype from these consoles is coming from frame rate. That's the most hype I'm getting. 4K 60, 4K 190 or 100 or 120. That's
Is that
the
for
most
you
hype for me.
personally?
That's for me personally. I want to see, like, even 1080, 120. I want to play a game like, for example, Crisis, original Crisis, where it was just buttery smooth at 30. Playing that at 1080, 120 or 2K 120 is going to be amazing.
For me, for okay, so in answer to your question, what I think is the biggest selling point, not for me personally, but just in general, I think it just seems to be like people are just excited for that step up, for that next step to the next generation, to see their favorite games from last generation get that boost, and also to see their favorite games from last generation get sequels and then be cranked up to the highest level possible with all the hardware that's in these new consoles. You know what I mean? For me personally, it's exactly that. It's just the games. I mean, I know a lot of different people get consoles for different things. Some people want to watch movies on it and stuff like that. I just get it to play games. Yeah, for me, that's what it is. I just want to see like God of War 2, but then revamped. Like, I just want to see it kicked up to the highest notch it can go to with all this hardware. Just little things like all the inconveniences from the current generation, just like loading times, times to download your games, only being able to have one game running at one time. So things like What's that thing Microsoft's got called? What's the thing Xbox called again?
Smart delivery, I think.
Not smart delivery.
No, the game thing.
Instant game
Instant
play or
game.
something.
Yeah, I don't think it's called that, but
Yeah,
I know what.
That
I
big
know
thing.
what you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Have more than, I mean, not a lot of people do that, but I know that when I used to have my Xbox and I'd be online with all my friends, we'd load up Rainbow, then we'd load up FIFA, then I'd be like, you lot getting on my nerves, I'm going to play a game by myself, so I'll go play Assassin's Creed or something. But we'd still be in a party just talking, and then we'd be like, let's jump back on Rainbow. So to be able to jump back in right from where it was at before we switched games, for me, that's amazing.
Yeah.
For me to be able to jump back into a game that I was playing a week ago and not have to load it up, it's just going to be probably on a pause screen from where I left it off. To me, that's amazing. For there to be virtually no load times when I'm putting in a game like Final Fantasy that was taking a minute and a half, 2 minutes to load, for it to be only taking 15 seconds, that's amazing. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things I think are selling this next generation, personally.
Definitely. From me being a tech head, I think what I'm into is just literally the specs of it. The fact that, the new perks that comes with, like, for instance, the Xbox with what Ray mentioned. But I think
Quick
to an
resume.
average
That's what it's
quick
called.
resume,
Sorry.
that's it.
Yes.
The quick resume, yeah.
Big feature we all forgot.
Yeah, trust me, man.
I couldn't remember the name.
It hasn't been confirmed for PS5 yet, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe an update.
Yeah,
Patch
true.
update.
They might. I feel like PlayStation might get it, but yeah. As a tech head, I think I'm more interested in kind of like into the actual the fact that PlayStation and Xbox have kind of like a punchier graphics, better frame rate, all that. So that's the reason why I'd be excited for it. But I think for an average consumer, it's just a new console. I mean, we've waited from when did the last gen? That was 2013 it first released.
Yeah.
So 7 years for a new console. That's I think the longest that we've ever had. So I think it's due time. It's been overdue.
I think that's because we got the Pro and the One X. That's what delayed it.
Maybe so. But yeah, this definitely new games. These new next gen consoles, it was overdue. So
yeah. I think me and just my one. Yeah, I'm more excited about because I've always said it. I've never been, like I said this to one earlier. I've never been someone that's big on frame rate because I've never noticed. And a lot of the games I play, story-based games, they need high frame rate, but the games that I do play that have like the 60 frame standard are like fighting games or your sports games. They've always been able to maintain 4K at 60. So for me personally, I'm more excited about the graphical enhancements of the game and the good stable native 4K resolution for the game. For it to look more, I just like, because if I'm playing a story game, it's a story. I like playing a game as if I'm watching a film. So I want the game to look the best it can look. And that will help me enjoy the game more than the frame rate being smoother. That's just for me. That's what I'm more excited for about these new consoles.
I got another question for you guys, but just before I do so, I think we've been a bit disrespectful. Our guy Hypage isn't here today.
Oh. Apologies. We should have explained that.
Our guy Hypage isn't here today. Not available. Doing a bit of lovey-dovey. But we'll be here next week, so you'll catch up with us. So
get well soon, Hypes.
Anyway, yeah. So next topic we're talking about is PS5 UI or user experience. However you want to put it. Who got to watch it, or should I just run through the quick takes on it?
I watched it. Don't remember everything. We'll run through the quick takes and then I'll
run through the quick takes. Yeah. The main thing that stuck out to me are the tiles, basically the different actions that you can take. Also, the fact that you can share your screen with your friends while you're playing a game. Yeah. For me, that's a big feature.
That was quite nice.
The fact that it's 4K, 60. I mean, we can segue that into the fact that Xbox is only 1080, whether that matters or not. To me, it's not that much of a big deal.
Not for the menus though. It's really
Yeah,
not that big
it's
of a
not that
deal.
much of a big deal.
But someone like LJ, who just got his brand new spanking 4K monitor and is loving it, he's gonna be like, "What kind of garbage is this?" So
Exactly.
and that
That's
gives him
true.
another reason to dump
said
on
exactly.
Microsoft as well.
Nah, I'm not gonna dump on Microsoft for that,
It's
man.
not that big
It
of a
is
deal
what
to
it
me.
is.
And that's a simple software
Yep.
update as well.
Literally. And I think they said that the reason why they didn't go with 4K is because it was taking up a bit. It took up more of the system memory.
Than
So
what's necessary, yeah.
exactly. So if they wanted to give us more system memory in order for us to store more games, I'm not mad at that
Okay,
in the
fair enough.
slightest.
It doesn't
But
bother me either.
I'm not mad at 4K neither. Sony never confirmed whether they have their own iteration of quick resume. I mean, we can look at one or two things in the presentation of the UI that points to them doing so, because when he switched from Sackboy to Destruction All Stars, I mean, usually when I play on the PlayStation, if I'm playing FIFA and I want to load up God of War, it lets me know that FIFA's going to have to close for them to load up God of War. There was no prompt when they opened up Destruction All Stars to say that Sackboy had to close in order for Destruction All Stars to open. So, I mean, that's a hint that they may have some sort of iteration of quick resume, but like I said, they haven't confirmed it.
I don't think they would have it, because it's such a big feature for Microsoft that everyone's loving so far that if they had it as well, it would have been shown in that video that they released for the user experience, for example, or someone would have mentioned it by now.
So why do you think that they would change the prompt to say that the previous game had to close? Why do you think that they wouldn't put that anymore?
Okay. Why would they? It's a new update, as in the software for the PS5 is going to be completely new from the PS4. So I think they probably, I don't know, a big company like them, maybe they just left it up because it's not that important. Because people have gotten used to the fact that when you open one thing, the next one is going to be pushed to the back or closed.
I think it's dangerous to make that assumption.
I know what you're saying. Okay.
Especially, say, I don't know, say it's someone getting consoles for the first time and they've got both and they've got quick resume on their Xbox. They've been using it and then they said, oh, today I'm going to play my PlayStation.
And it's not there.
And then they think, okay, it's got the same feature.
Yeah.
So then they're playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then they feel like they want to play Bug Snacks. They go to load up Bug Snacks and then they think, no, this is rubbish. I'm going to go back to Spider-Man. But then they have to start Spider-Man from the beginning. They're going to be like, what? I wasn't told that my app would close. What's going on here?
I see what you mean. Do
you see what I mean?
I feel like they needed to specify that though. Because that's not something.
I mean, they do it on the PS4.
They were advertising.
They do it on the PS4, so why wouldn't they do it now? That's all I'm saying.
I get what you mean. Like it's such a simple thing to implement as well. Like this game is closing because you're opening another one that takes up all that memory or all that RAM.
They even do it if you're opening the store.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Or if you're doing something like the other day, I was trying to download something from the cloud. I think it was my Horizon Zero Dawn save data, and I was playing FIFA. It let me know that if I want to do that, I'm gonna have to close FIFA.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like they've been really like on it. Why would they just not all of a sudden?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I think PlayStation may have quick resume, but only on maybe 2 applications instead of the 7, like how Xbox have it.
Yeah. Maybe it's not as good. Maybe that's why they haven't announced it.
Another reason why I think PlayStation haven't actually announced it like that is because, let Xbox have the win for the bit. And then when, everyone gets down and dirty with the PlayStation and notice they have quick resume, then it's kind of like, damn. Let me sell my Xbox.
Or maybe they might leave it for people to reveal it when they buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little surprise.
Yeah,
more love for Sony.
Because I feel like at the moment people have had this thing where Sony doesn't respond to people, where Microsoft does. Yeah, whereas Microsoft, like even like the little meme, Microsoft saw a meme and made it a joke, and then like people ask Microsoft stuff. So I feel like Sony would be like, "Oh, yeah, we'll have that, but you'd have to buy it and see."
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
I feel like that narrative has been pretty evident, especially recently with like the new consoles. Because if you look how long ago Xbox Series X's were sent out to YouTubers, reviewers. It's been a little while since they've had them, and it's literally only today we've seen PlayStation. No, sorry, yesterday that we've seen PlayStation 5 unboxings.
No, I think they got dummy versions sent to them or something like that before.
Yeah, with the actual ones. Yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't dummy versions. They were prototypes, so they could actually load them up and play.
The Xbox, you mean,
really?
or the PlayStation?
Yeah, the Xbox I'm talking about.
Yeah. The Xbox was pre-release, so it had pre-release software on the actual hardware.
Yeah. But it wasn't the final version.
It wasn't the final software, no.
Yeah, it wasn't the final software on there. So, but yeah, they did. They were sent out because I was watching. I don't know if you guys know about a YouTuber called Young Ye. He was talking about the quick resume feature and everything and how it worked. And so they had like functional Xboxes.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah. But you know what? Saying all of this and quick resume, Sony might not think it's that big of a feature because really and truly, let's say you save an extra. Okay, Ray said earlier that one game used to take what a minute and a half, 2 minutes to load up. I know that same game takes 15 seconds, 20 seconds to load up, right? So going from quick resume to that, is it really worth the extra time it's going to take to implement it and make sure it works? If the game is going to take 15 seconds to load up from scratch, to me, that's no amount of time whatsoever. 15 seconds, I pick my phone up, unlock it, read a message, boom, 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 reply to it, put my phone down, 10, 15 seconds, gone.
True, so, that's a good point.
Yeah.
As nice as quick resume is to have.
That's the thing, because we need to think about that. Yeah, don't forget they've improved the loading times
so much,
and that was one of the biggest selling feature. Like the biggest selling feature was the games are going to load a lot less than Xbox saying, "Oh, you can just go straight." I think it's just the thing is, obviously you don't have to sign in and do all of that again. Whereas, imagine you're stuck on a mission, you just have to worry about going straight into that mission. You know.
I don't think it's that big of a feature for Sony or for most people, personally.
For me, it is. I like that idea of, just going straight back into a game, especially when obviously games don't take as long to load now, obviously, with the new hardware. But, I think it's a good feature.
No, it's definitely a good feature to have.
I think it is, man. Especially like 100%. If I put a game down for 2 weeks and then I go straight back in where I was. Yeah. Like, I love that.
That's true, actually. How long did they specify how long the quick resume remains? Like, would it last a week?
It stays there for as long as you don't open any apps that would close the very first one. So, for example, let's just say you have 6-7 games that you can open at the same time. The very first game will still be there if you only open 6-7 apps. Even if you switch the console off, physically unplug it from the wall and plug it back in,
they'll still be there.
It'll still be there. I think
it'll still be there. Would it still be there for like 2 months later or something?
I don't know. I think so. The only game that won't be there is the one that you were playing at the time.
Yeah, because you haven't left out of it to do a quick resume. Yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully I explained it well. It says like quickly snapping like the settings from where you are in a current game and saving it to hard disk straight away. So rather than having to load up that entire game again and go through it, just gets the XML file or the text file or those settings where you are in that game from the hard drive and load it straight away without having to load everything again. I hope that made sense. But again, to me personally, it's a nice feature to have. But am I going to choose Xbox over PS4 because it has quick resume? No. Personally, I'm going to choose Xbox because I've been a part of the Xbox ecosystem for a long time. And because too long. And that I like the Xbox features, right? Like, I love the fact that I can jump on my phone and get clips, and I love the fact that I can chat to you guys on the phone directly.
You can do that on PlayStation now, by the way.
No, all right,
I don't know if you saw the video I put in a group that the PlayStation app. Everything you could do on the Xbox app, you could do on the Pation app now.
They're literally just copying each other.
They caught up. I mean, yeah.
Someone just downloaded the app and be like, I want that feature. All right,
they caught up. You can voice chat now. You can watch your clips.
So it's only
Everything.
Nintendo that's lagging behind it in this whole.
Just forget about it.
Yeah,
Man.
Nintendo is behind.
Nintendo are in a world of their own. They're not even behind. They're just
non-existent.
They're not even part of the universe, man. So,
Fair enough.
They're part of their own universe.
It's true.
But yeah, why do you think Sony are so tight with their information? I think
reckon
my idea on it is because I don't know if it's because they're a Japanese company.
Yeah, I was gonna say because culture.
Yeah, because if you look, all the Japanese YouTubers had the PlayStation 5 from weeks ago.
Serious? Shit,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. They were
Yeah,
reviewing it from
it's
weeks
easier for them to just send it to them. They ain't got to ship nothing.
Yeah.
What they do, but like I think as well it comes down to
I didn't think of that.
like it comes down to I think again maybe not necessarily a cultural personality thing, but in terms of like the personality of Sony themselves, where they can just know, well, you know what, like we're gonna win anyways. We don't need to.
Do you think they have that arrogance now?
That's what I was thinking as well. They're arrogant now, and they can be arrogant. They can afford to be. Do you
remember when Xbox were arrogant after the 360?
When the 3, yeah.
What
they didn't want to do
happened?
crossplay as well.
Do you remember what happened to them after that?
Yes, Ray. They got Xbox One.
I'm just saying, innit? It's dangerous for Sony to be like that. I think.
I think it's less dangerous.
I don't think it's dangerous for them at all, because the thing about Microsoft is the thing that flopped them was they didn't listen. I feel like Sony still listens to their fans without actively listening to their fans.
Yeah, I know.
Like, for example, like I feel like they know, okay, people have been buying the PlayStation because they want to play games. Whereas I feel like Microsoft went downhill, where they went, people like playing games, but people also want Connect, and they want this and they want that, and they want this.
TV and all of this extra stuff. Yeah.
I think that's where they went wrong. Where Sony, our selling point is games, so we don't need to tell you anything. We're just gonna make games that we know you're gonna buy. So we're gonna get.
Do you know where that mentality came from with Sony, though?
That mentality, okay. Microsoft is just known as the software company that just they have a software for everything that you can think of. They have an app or a software for it, right? So they try to take over the world with software. Whereas Sony was literally like, we do camera as well, so let's have a camera division. We do music player as well, let's have a music player division. We do gaming well now, so let's have a gaming division. And they focused, they were laser focused in those areas. Microsoft was just trying to just branch out into everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It comes down to that mentality: is if you can master one thing, but then if you try to do everything, you're only going to be okay at everything. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you where that mentality came from Sony, and I only know this from watching the history of the PS3 and the 360. When the 360 was blowing the PS3 out of the water for maybe 80-90% of the generation. But then the PS3 still ended up selling more. And that's because towards the end of the cycle, when obviously Microsoft got a bit cocky and saw the success of the Wii and started trying to do Connect and this, that, and the third, Sony buckled down and just sold games. They made games and sold games, and they caught up with Microsoft. I think they were about maybe 6 million units behind, 7 for the whole generation. They caught up with Microsoft in the last year and ended up selling 1 million more. And that was strictly and solely just because they had more exclusives and better exclusives towards the end of the life cycle of those consoles. And then they just carried it on into the PS4, and the rest is history.
Fair. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It was just games with Sony. It was just games after
Just
games.
Games.
Because before, I don't know if you remember, with the PS3, they touted it being the most powerful system, just like Xbox have been doing. The most powerful, blah 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 blah. That's not what sells. It's not what sells your system, unfortunately.
Not anymore. No, not anymore.
I mean, it didn't back then either.
Yeah.
That's why the Xbox was outselling the PS3 like that. Do you know what I mean? So
that's true.
It's a good thing, but I think the majority of people who make up the numbers, they do not care.
No, they want experiences.
I think it even came down as well. Like, I even remember back then, a lot of gaming developers were saying it's harder for them to make games on a console that's so powerful. They said it was a lot easier for them to make games on the 360 than it was for the PS3, because they couldn't work out how the
it's too complicated
system worked. Yeah, I mean, even today, probably they're probably thinking, it's probably easier now. They've learned a lot more.
Yeah.
I still think that more gaming developers now, because even now, you notice some games run smoothly better on the PS4 than they have on the Xbox One X. Even though the Xbox One X may look better, they've said that the game runs smoother on the PlayStation. And that's because they've gone, you know what, we'll bring down the resolution and just have the game run. Where
Don't know about
Xbox,
that
they
one there,
push
man.
out the resolution.
The only reason I'm saying that, because I'm thinking about games I've played on both. And obviously, before I was a Sony guy, I was a Microsoft guy. I had that Arse Tomb Raider game, the latest one. I had that on PlayStation first. And then
Was it the Pro or the Slim?
Pro. I had it on the PS4 Pro.
Okay.
I was playing it on there. I hated the game. It was glitchy. It was choppy. And then for some reason I got an Xbox One X and it was on Game Pass. And I played that game on Game Pass. Smooth as hell. It was a lot better. I was like, all right, in terms of the glitches and stuff, they're non-existent on the Xbox. So that's clearly
that might have just been a software update over time.
Maybe could be
a patch.
And I'll also say another game is Final Fantasy 15. Because I'm playing that now.
Yeah.
And I first started playing it on the Xbox. Smooth as hell.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now I'm playing it on the PS4. Now I'm talking about now. And I'm running into problems and glitches now.
But you know what? It's the overheating thing on the PS4, I think. It gets so hot. Those fans are always revving.
Could be.
My Xbox One X is quiet as hell. So
could be.
Maybe that's causing some issues as well. But that's a good segue, Ray. What you just said there about games you're playing this week. What games are you guys playing this week? Or have you been playing this week? Sorry.
I've been busting out God of War 4 for the last 3 days. Just trying to update myself.
You need to give us your review of that.
We need a review on that, yo.
You need to give us your because we've been telling you to play that. And now you finally played it.
You know what? I feel like you lot overhyped it for me, personally. Because I was expecting, because to be honest, I played God of War 3. And obviously where the camera angle is on that game is facing downwards. And I'm like, okay, I'm playing God of War 4 now. The graphics are finally enhanced. It's a native PS4 game. And it started off, the story for myself is it started off a bit slow, not gonna lie. I didn't like the combat system, because it was just 2 buttons, I was just bashing, and it does the same move. Obviously, now I've progressed in the game now, he started to get a little bit more moves. I've started to learn how to combat. I've upgraded, I bought some stuff, I didn't realize some stuff I needed to buy. I personally don't like the fact that his son's with him constantly. I feel like that takes a bit away from Kratos. Obviously, it gives more depth to the character, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that the son's there.
You know what?
I'm running around constantly with the son. I'm constantly having to get the son to do stuff, and I don't know. For me personally, I'm like, does he like what does it add? I'm not that far in the game to know yet, but they haven't specified where the son came from, why the son's there, and why he's running with the son.
No, you will.
How do we make babies, man?
No.
I mean, can't just leave his son in the woods. He's like 12, man.
But you know what? You giving that much detail tells me that you should finish this game and review it.
100%.
1000%. Finish this game.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to get gameplay. Ask Ray or JJ to give you, or LJ to get you some gameplay on it and do a voiceover review of it, because you have some good points there. Because I have seen people online say, this son is kind of silly. I'm always having to tell him this and that, which is fine. If it's not your thing, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is fine.
And I'm 6 hours into. I'm actually, because I'm using a walkthrough as well, because I get stuck and I have to go on YouTube and use a walkthrough to find out where I need to go.
You don't need a walkthrough, man.
Don't say that. Ray is gonna rip into you. Ray plays on hard mode.
Because you get to some. I'm telling you, fam. Because you get to some missions and you're like, where do I go from here? Like, what am I supposed
I remember
to do?
one mission like that.
I'm running around in a circle.
I remember one mission where I had to throw the thing to hit one thing through
This
some
is how I know.
things.
Oh,
You guys
you're
ain't
talking
never
about,
played. You
trying to
guys ain't
open the
never.
chests?
You guys ain't never played no Zelda games.
Oh, yeah.
I
Zelda,
didn't play.
you
I
need-
didn't play much of it. I didn't
If
play
you need
much
a
of it.
Zelda game.
walkthrough for God of War,
You need a walkthrough for Zelda.
Yeah. If that's the
mean,
case,
you need to watch the whole
All
like,
gameplay of Zelda.
every. If
Yeah,
you need
nah,
a
trust.
walkthrough for God, because the puzzles on God of War, like I always, whenever I come up against puzzles in other games, so you got puzzles in Uncharted, you got puzzles in Tomb Raider. Because like Zelda was the first game I ever played that had puzzles, I always
it kind of got you into
compare
that thing.
them to Zelda puzzles, and none of them come close.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
puzzles
I've
confuse
looked
me.
at Zelda walkthrough puzzles, especially in Breath of the Wild, like for some of the runes. I think they're called rooms, right?
Yeah.
I had to walk through some of them, but I'm telling you now, like I never walked through God of War.
And you finished it, right?
I completed it with a smile on my face.
That stuff was this puzzles in God of War were easy.
You think?
I think they're just
easy.
smarter than us, man. It's that simple.
No, but you know what? You know what? I don't think it's a puzzle as in terms of like. I think it's more of a puzzle of like okay, so they tell you like for example, you have to throw the axe, and by throwing the axe, the bridge will fall down. But then it's almost like how I don't know or notice where that thing is, or you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It glows, doesn't it?
No, not always. Sometimes, because sometimes, like even like the beginning, there was one where I had to climb up. You end up going back through there with the witch.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't. I don't know who hasn't played it yet, but don't spoil it.
I think everyone here has played it, no?
I haven't played the full story. No,
you haven't played it. Basically,
I haven't played the full story. I played some missions. Definitely played some missions. I watched the movie on YouTube, and it was amazing. The movie itself, without even the gameplay, the movie is just amazing.
That's what I'm saying, though. For me,
just the cutscenes.
For me, the story of God of War is not a strong point. I give that story 6 out of 10.
What's the strong point then?
For me, the strong point for me is the gameplay.
The combat.
I think it's just everything. I think it's everything.
Gameplay for me, I love that game, but that's what I'm saying. I think
we disagree.
It just depends on what type of games we love. Because
I love my third person.
I love a challenge. I love a challenge.
Oh yeah, Mr. Hard Mode, everything.
I love dying on the games, and I love
I've never heard anyone say that before.
Listen, I love dying. I love losing.
And coming back better.
And then coming back and beating it. Do you know how good
like,
that feeling
I'm the one now.
I done that.
I've been struggling. Comeback.
Literally.
I'm not gonna lie, that rock.
JJ, you've been playing God of War. What else?
God of War 4. I started playing Last of Us Remastered, and then I'm just like, I don't know if I should take this game back or if I should continue because I'm bored of it.
Yeah.
Well, Last of Us.
I've only literally got Last of Us. I've literally just got Horizon and Uncharted 4, and then I'm good with the PlayStation. I can take it back.
Oh.
So that's my goal for the next 3 weeks to finish at least.
You ain't gonna finish those games in 3 weeks.
You don't think I'm halfway?
Not on your schedule, anyway. I don't think.
I'll try. I mean, yesterday I got 6 hours into God of War, and there's 13 hours of gameplay. So I've read, and I'm 6.5 hours into it so far. Okay. I'll try.
Oh yeah, well, I guess. Sorry, I'm thinking from my perspective because you're not doing side missions or anything like that, are you?
No, I'm just running through the story. I'm trying to
finish so you can get the PS5 and be like, okay.
Yeah, because I want to because obviously, no, to be honest, if I don't finish these games by the time the PlayStation 5 comes out, what I'll do is I'll just sell them all and then just get the pass and finish them on there because I'll still have the game.
That's a good segue into the fact that they announced that the God of War update for PlayStation 5 is that it's locked at 60.
What am I playing? What was I playing? So this week, I was actually playing Doom Eternal because it's on Game Pass for free. Well, not for free, but it's on Game Pass. And I'm still playing Grounded. I'm just slowly starting that game again because where I got to I didn't really like, so I'm starting it again. So just those 2 games for me this week. Doom Eternal, love the combat. It gets a bit confusing when you have to do a special kill to get each item. So I don't know if you remember, LJ, in the original one, once you do a glory kill, you get ammo, health, and whatever else that you need, right?
Yeah.
In this one, To get health, you have to do a glory kill. To get ammo, you have to use a chainsaw to cut them in half. And to get whatever the other thing was, I don't remember now, you have to use a grenade launcher attached to your back. So you have to keep monitoring everything and be like, okay, I need ammo, so I'm going to do that thing now. Or I need health, so I'm going to do that thing now. Which is fine. But I prefer the simplicity and just more enemies rather than having to look and say, oh, I don't. But the gameplay is perfectly fine. But just that aspect of the game I'm not really liking so much.
Cool.
That's what I'm playing this week. That's it.
And what about you, Ray?
Okay, this week played a little bit more FIFA. Played a little bit more Final Fantasy VII Remake. I started Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which I'm hoping to get back into with the help of LJ. Maybe JJ if he decides to spend that £6.
Come on, man, £6. It's not that bad. Come on.
We'll find out on the next episode.
We have to invest.
We'll find out on the next episode whether he decides to spend that £6 or not. And today I downloaded the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo. I'm loving it. It's a lovely game. It's literally just Zelda Breath of the Wild, but in Warriors fashion. I don't know if any of you guys played the Dynasty Warriors games.
No, I haven't. No.
But even when I say it's in Warrior fashion, even that the combat mechanics, I feel like they've changed up a bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit.
Does it feel better or worse though?
It feels better. It feels more fluid. Looks better because it's in that beautiful Breath of the Wild animation. And I'm very surprised at some of the movesets, some of these characters. I played with 3 characters. So I played with Link, I played with Impa, who's obviously 100 years younger than she is in Breath of the Wild, and about...
Oh, yes.
And about 6 feet taller. And I played with Zelda. My favorite to play with is Impa.
I would assume so. I'm not going to lie to you.
Impa, her moveset is cold. I can't lie. It feels very good to play. I mean, there's still loads of Warriors elements, but there's loads of Zelda and Breath of the Wild elements, which surprise me. Like, everything you can do in Breath of the Wild, you can do in this game, even down to picking up monster parts, picking up new weapons. Like, I was very surprised, but your weapon doesn't break, which is good. And obviously, like I said, it's set 100 years in the past, so at the start of the game, Link hasn't got his champion tunic. He's rolling around in the soldier set with a traveler's shield and a soldier's broadsword. Like I said, your weapon doesn't break, though, so there's a lot more durability to it. And yeah, just switching characters is seamless. Just the tutorial's seamless. Like, everything is nice. I'm enjoying it. Right now, I'm giving it about 8, 9 out of 10. And the demo's a lot longer than I thought as well, because I still haven't even finished it.
Okay.
And I'm doing a recording of it, my first solo video for the channel.
Yep.
So look out for that one, guys.
Nice. I heard that you can bring your save data over to the new game.
That's correct. Yeah, so I think they've given you a mission. You get to finish the first mission. And then, obviously, whatever you complete there, once the game's out, it transfers over.
All right, people. Hope you enjoyed that discussion. It's a very exciting topic right now. We got the PS5, we got the Xbox Series X. So many games, so much love for games. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Help the channel grow. We want to be able to build this and take it further. Even further. Make sure you leave a comment as well. Comment and let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know what you don't want us to talk about. Just be vocal, people. And yeah, peace out, guys.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
He said enough for all of us, yeah?
Man said, yeah, bye.
Take care, guys. We'll see you next time on Games Dream.
All right, guys. Peace. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for tuning in.
See you next time.